So before we get into anything, I just want to say this episode is a little bit on the R-rated side. So if you're listening with children or anyone under the age of 18, please listen closely. This is not for those people. Just wanted to put that out there. Now we can get into it. When you're ready, come and get it. Na 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 na. Oh, that should be the start of our podcast.
Yeah, and us singing it. When you're ready, come and get it. Na 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 na.
Honestly,
that's the beginning of the podcast.
This is the beginning. Hello, welcome back to Tellmesispodcast with your two favorite sisters, Alex
and Kyla.
Kyla literally has her vibrator right here on the couch in its case. Well, this actually leads us into our sponsorship for today, but we are sponsored, thankfully, and so kindly by Belleza. We're doing another giveaway with them. So many of you entered last time, and honestly, it's amazing because every single one of you that enters a giveaway will either get a free vibrator or a free gift card for a vibrator. So I think it's pretty sweet. Like, you will win something no matter what. You just like enter your email. So I'll have a link listed down below in the description. But we're going to talk a little bit. Oh,
he's crazy.
Okay.
He's going crazy right now.
That scared me.
Yeah, he's hyper.
Kyla's cat, or the cat she's babysitting.
Come here.
He's getting like a duck. Come lie down.
Come here.
I'm scared of him.
No, he doesn't bite. Okay. Trust me.
So yeah, we have a few vibrators we want to show you to let you decide which one you would want to try. There's a few that I've actually tried out, Kyla as well. Some we haven't, but I'm sure they're great. So the first one I want to talk about is the Pebble. I think this is one of the
While you talk, do you want me to open it
Sure.
and like show it?
It's one of the more popular ones.
I just want to say that the color of this packaging is so pretty.
I know. If you're not watching on YouTube, it's like the vibrator is in a discreet circular case, so you have no idea what it is. It looks like a makeup compact.
It honestly
thing.
looks like like Apple, like the iPod case, just bigger. You know what I mean? Like it's got that look to it of like the plastic. It's shiny. It's like that magnetic opening and closing.
But what's great about this is that it fits in your hand.
Is this yours?
No, this is a new one they sent.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna whip this across the room.
No. So this one fits in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
Show them how. Yeah, like that. And there's a little suction thing on top, but then on the other side is an actual like vibrator. So you can use one side or the other. You can use both. It's super easy to use.
For those who are listening, should I turn? Oh no, you have to charge it first.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's really like a soft.
Oh my god, Kyla. It's silicone, it's waterproof.
No, I just can't.
Yeah, Kyla, the cat that Kyla's cat sitting, he's so funny.
If you're watching on YouTube, you're gonna see him at the bottom of the screen. You might see his leg just pop up. He's cleaning himself right now.
Yeah, he just went to the bathroom. He's looking his butt.
You could see it in the corner.
That's really funny. Okay, so you can close that. The next one is the Air Vibe, which is Kyla's.
This one. So this packaging is red.
It's the same kind of thing though, a circle.
And
this one,
take it out.
It's like it goes in as well as out, and you can move it around. Like you can make it bigger, smaller, so it fits you properly. And this one, my friends, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, so without being like too TMI,
Kyla loves that one.
I love it.
Okay, then this one is called the Demi Wand. This is also a new one. Don't worry, I didn't bring my used ones. It's yellow and it's longer, and it's like a microphone. So you hold it like that, and then nice. And then this thing vibrates, like this circular thing at the top. It vibrates so that you can use it like outside of you, when you are with a partner, by yourself. Again, the same kind of thing.
The silicone is just so soft.
I know, and it's crazy. Waterproof too, so you can use it in the shower, wherever there's water. It's safe to use. Yeah, bath. Then this one is called the Thump, which I actually haven't heard of this one before.
So this packaging is actually a little bit more matted. It's not as shiny, and it's kind of got this like,
it's a teal
rougher
color.
Yeah, it's like a rougher material.
I'm gonna read what the description says on the Thump because I don't know anything about it. The one thing about all these is there's no like annoying patterns. If you know, you know.
Oh, I think I understand what the thump is.
Oh, really?
I'm like feeling it.
So the thump, it says a toy that does it all, vibrates, suctions, and thumps, designed to be the de facto replacement for all external clit stimulation vibes. Utilizes Belleza's improved pleasure jet technology. True feel vibrations naturally complement the suction at its targeted base. Innovative thump technology for natural clitoral palpitations on the back of the pop grip. Fits and charges in discreet carrying case, waterproof, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Okay.
Honestly, like just looking at this and looking at all of them, like the packaging and like the way they look and feel and the colors are so nice. Like I almost just want to like collect them. Like this is so high end.
I know. And like show the camera what it actually looks. It looks like a clit.
So this?
Yeah.
So, I didn't even realize that. So basically, I think this is like the sucker.
Yeah.
This is the thumper, and then the vibrator would be like
the
this.
bottom.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you have so many different features in one. And then the last thing they sent us, which Kyla and I kind of laughed, and that's so immature of us, but like we can't not laugh, and I don't want to hold it up like on its own, but we're gonna show you.
I'll hold it up.
Okay. It's called the Thrust.
It's huge.
And it's a big dildo. Inner and outer.
It's like literally as big as my head. So this, I guess, is supposed to be like a tongue.
Oh.
It looks like one.
It does look like a tongue.
What is this?
The penis.
No, but like look, there's like
yeah, it's supposed to feel like a penis. The Thrust, it says, is powerful, realistic thrusting vibrator with 5 insertable inches. Thrust stimulates the G-spot with a natural thrusting motion. Has ring of swirling beads at the base of the shaft. That's what that is. And Belleza used thousands of pieces of community feedback in the process of crafting Thrust. And again, it's waterproof and it's a luxe product. So
Belleza is like really a good company.
It
is.
is.
I like that it's all about women empowerment, and they even have like their own porn connected to their website that's more for like females.
Well, it's by women for women.
Yeah.
That's their whole motto.
I love that.
It's also sex ed on the website. So
love that.
There's stories you can read, like erotic stories. It's really trying to promote.
This company is so innovative.
I know. And I really, really, really like them a lot. And I'm glad that they wanted to partner with me again, because it's something that Dan and I both really enjoy. If you guys want to get any free vibrators or gift cards to get free vibrators, just sign up for the giveaway down below in the description. I'll have a link, and all you have to do is enter your email address and you will literally get something for free. So I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think that if you don't enter the giveaway, you're just losing something. Because you're like pretty much guaranteed something. Well, you are guaranteed something for free even if you just enter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by Nika. Like,
he's so
what
cute.
is he doing?
Look at him. We wanted to do a little girl chat today, girl talk. Just talk about things that growing up, like sleepovers, and then entering our 20s, what that was like, and then entering our 30s, and just a bunch of good, fun stuff like that.
Honestly, thinking about when we were kids and we'd have sleepovers with our friends, with our sleeping bags, thinking back to that time of my life makes me feel so relaxed and happy.
I know.
Just like at ease. It was such a simple time. And it was like really before, like we didn't have cell phones. There was barely any technology. Like all we had was our desktop computers at home. And that was considered so cool if you had a desktop, especially a flat screen. And we would just go on MSN every once in a while. But like really for the most part, we were playing outside with our friends. We'd have sleepovers. We'd watch movies. You still had to go to the movie store to rent movies. You couldn't just like open up Netflix and order whatever you want, or watch whatever you want.
I know. It's like,
it was just like, you know, when you see those videos on TikTok of, how do I explain it? It's like the sound of like birds chirping, and it's just pictures like one after the other of different points of like summer when you were a kid. And it goes like, just remember like that feeling of when you were, it was like the early 2000s, like a summer night or a summer evening in the early 2000s. And it just like,
I love that.
It's a picture of like kids riding a scooter, just like the street outside when it's kind of starting to get dark and the street lights are turning on. And it's like the sound over like this video is birds chirping. And it's really nostalgic. It really like brings me back to that
Kyla,
time.
I'm like getting chills right now listening to this.
I know, because it's like, just remember that time of your life and like how you just had no
worries.
Yeah, and you didn't really have any like responsibilities. Your biggest responsibility was like,
honestly,
do your homework.
I'm very grateful for the childhood that we had.
Yeah, we had a good childhood.
Like, I'm very, very grateful for it. And I think back to all these memories that we have as kids, and even like what just popped in my mind when you were talking. Do you remember when we used to ride our bikes and put the string around the handles and pretend we were riding a horse?
Oh my god.
And we would literally hold the string and not the handlebar. That was so dangerous.
That was really dangerous, but I was never able to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really hard for me.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Well, you could rollerblade.
I tried it. I was better at rollerblading.
Mm-hmm.
You were better. Remember pogo sticks?
I thought you were really good at that.
I remember wanting to like beat your highest score, and I don't think I was ever able to do it.
Interesting.
I think you got to like 200 something, and I was like at 1 something.
Wow. Well, I was older than you, so.
Yeah, probably by the time like. But anyways, I was so competitive as a kid, and like remember with like our neighbors, we used to come up with like dances.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember the games too when we have to make each other laugh? Like I'd sit on the couch and this is how we would entertain ourselves as children. We'd be at Christmas, okay? Everyone's still chatting at the dinner table because we're a lot younger than our older cousins on our mom's side. So they'd all still be at the dinner table after we all finished eating, and Kyla and I were like bored, obviously. So we'd go into the living room at Mama and Papa's house, and then one of us would sit on the couch and the other person would go behind the stairs, and then they would like run into the room and try to make.
I'll never forget, there was one time because my grandma had a lot of carpets all over her house.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
And you ran into the room and you didn't mean to, but you actually tripped over one of the carpets, and when I say you flew, and I was dying of laughter. It was so funny.
We did the funniest things with our Bratz dolls. I don't know if anyone's old enough to
remember. I used to
remember.
make my Barbies have sex.
That's pretty normal. A lot of people used to do that.
Did you?
Yeah, for sure. Not that I really knew what it meant. I think I just.
I know. I didn't understand either what it meant. I would just put the guy on top of the girl, and then they had a baby.
Yeah. Oh my god, the cat is meowing so loud. Is he okay?
Mika. He just wants attention, honestly. Like, he looks fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's well fed. I give him attention.
Yeah.
He goes to the bathroom. He's just spoiled.
He's a little spoiled boy.
Yeah. Remember when we had that set up in the basement and we took all of mom and dad's books and we would make like the houses as if it was like a blueprint?
Yeah, we would take the books and put them like on the side and make walls. I remember you always had the small house and I always had the mansion.
Yeah.
It's literally like Trisha Paytas when she fucking like does all those point of view videos. She works at like Chick-fil-A and she's like, welcome to Chick-fil-A. And
yeah,
she's like, she's cosplaying as like poor people.
Did you see the video she posted when she was like, sometimes I just feel bad for the McDonald's fries. Like, they have feelings.
What?
The potatoes have feelings.
Oh my god, it's like throwback to when she was like, do dogs have brains?
I think she's trolling everyone.
She's she's a genius. Yeah. She's literally a genius with what she does.
I know.
I enjoy her content.
When she goes on the couch, she uploaded a YouTube video. I'm not kidding. It's like 40 minutes long. I didn't watch the full thing, obviously, but like I saw that it's 40 minutes long. The entire video, I skipped through it. She's making out with a ghost.
I'm sorry. I love her. Ew.
Like on the couch, and people are like freaking out because they're like, she's not okay, blah blah blah. But I'm like, she's trolling.
Oh, maybe she's not okay.
No, I think she's genuinely trolling.
Okay, I don't really watch her content. When she pops up on my TikTok feed, I'm always entertained. You are stressing me out, Kat.
When I say that last night I almost like started crying because he was just so annoying.
I also remember when we would have sleepovers, either our friends would come to our house or we'd go to their house. This one set of sisters. Like, I was friends with...
Yeah, you were best friends with the older one that was your age, and I was best friends with the younger one that was my age, so it worked out really well. Yeah. We met them in swimming, and...
they had such a fun house.
They had... Oh my god, I loved their house. I remember wanting to live there.
Yeah.
I remember telling mom I wanted to move into their house.
Yeah, and it smelled good.
It smelled so good. It was always clean. It was so
cozy. I just had a whiff of the scent in my head thinking about the memory.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
So they had an even younger brother who had his own separate room, and I think he had a pet lizard.
I don't remember that. I know the girls shared a room, like a bunk bed.
Yeah, and then the girls shared a room and it was a bunk bed, and your friend was at the top, mine was at the bottom. And then when they got older, they had renovated the basement and your friend got her own room in the basement, right?
But like for the majority of the time, we always like would sleep in sleeping bags in the basement.
Yeah.
Like on couches or on, you know, whatever.
Do you remember what the basement looked like?
Yes.
I remember they had a section of a bunch of toys.
Prior to the renovation, yeah.
Yeah. What did it look like after the... You know, it was funny. Like, I dated someone whose aunt and uncle lived just, like, behind out, like, where...
Yeah, where they lived.
And it was the exact same, like, layout of a home. So it was,
Did
like,
you go
so...
in?
Yeah. And it was so
Aw.
nostalgic going inside. I was, like... It was completely decorated differently, and it was more modern. But everything was, like... The layout was the exact same.
It's like you walk in, to the right is the kitchen, to
and
the
it's
left is the
crazy
living
because as
room.
kids I never realized how small the house actually is, but like
Really, in my
it's
mind it like wasn't.
tiny.
In my mind it wasn't small.
I swear like the entire upstairs of that house is like the size of this room.
Well, because it was just bedrooms. There wasn't really like there was a little tiny hallway with one bathroom.
Yeah.
I
Was it just
loved
one
that.
bathroom that everyone shared?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they renovated one in the basement afterwards. I don't know, but I loved that house.
Yeah, it was so cozy.
And then they used to come to our house too. So we lived in one house until I was 8 and you were about to turn 6.
Yeah.
And then we moved into, so our grandparents built a different home, like a bigger one, the one that I actually lived in when I gave birth. And so the house that they were living in prior is my parents' current house. So we moved into that house when I was 8. And it was a pretty big house, especially for kids. I remember being like, we live in a mansion.
So I remember being in elementary school and having a bunch of kids come over for my birthday. And because the way that mom and dad's house is, it looks, it's open concept. So you walk in and our staircase is like, it turns.
Yeah, and goes up.
And like the ceiling is really high with like a really big chandelier that's like on this like
chain.
Like this long, well now not even because we have mamas.
Yeah, but like at the time.
At the time, and like as a kid you don't realize, like you're so small and your like perception on like the size of things doesn't really like occur, like you don't realize if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I remember the kids at school being like, Kyla lives in a mansion.
I thought we lived in a mansion.
I literally thought that we were rich growing up because of that.
I know. I thought we were rich. Meanwhile, we were not rich at all. My parents got the house, like my grandparents sold us them for a very good price. My grandparents were very well off. And they moved into that really nice big house. But it was cool because I remember when I was able to have a lot of friends come over because we had so much space. And then as we got older, like older teenagers, we would just stay in my room and like share a bed.
Yeah.
Because it was like, why would we go like sleep in sleeping bags?
I remember when you would have your friends over, I always like wanted to hang out with you guys. Like I always, when you were in, I think it was Cégep, all of your friends from that time of your life, I loved them all. They were so nice.
I had always like really good friends. There was definitely times where I had tiffs with certain people, but a lot of it did stem from like also me. Like it wasn't just like there was like toxic people in my life or whatever. It was like I would do shady shit too.
Yeah.
Just like equally wasn't good. But there was like a good portion of my life where I had really, really good girlfriends. And I'm still in contact with some of them now. They're not on social media, so it's not like they'll ever be in anything. But some of them like moved away. Like there's this one girl, we were so close. You know her. And she moved to Toronto, so I don't really get to see her that often. We'll keep in touch here and there, but like we don't talk that much. Another one of my really good childhood friends who we actually do talk a lot still, and she was living in New York for a while. Now she is back in Toronto, but we still talk like all the time, and I love her. She's so funny, like to this day.
Isn't she like a doctor now or something?
Who are you thinking of?
Laura.
No, I'm talking about Christine.
Oh, okay.
She also lived in New York. Laura, who I can talk about because she's been in my videos a ton. One of my good friends, Laura, who I met post high school. We clicked right away. We're super close. She was so fun, so funny, so smart. She's the one who got me to start social media.
No way.
Yeah, it was her. She was like, you should do it. You'd be so good. Like, I could so see you doing it. She like really pushed me and made me feel confident in order to like start my YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laura.
I know. And she's a doctor now. She's a full doctor in residency, like in, I'm not going to say which state, but she's in the States. And she's
good for her.
Yeah, she's so smart. And like, she's always wanted to be a doctor. So I'm very, 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 very proud of her. And it's really cool what she's studying. But anyways, enough about her and more about me.
More about our childhood.
Yeah, but we had so much fun together too.
Yeah.
Like, I have memories of us running through the park at night with our neighbors, like just causing mayhem and just like not go to the dep, getting chips,
getting candy. I remember I went through a phase as a teenager where I would ask dad for $20, and it was my best friend, me and my best friend at the time, and she'd always come over to our place because mom and dad were like the chill parents.
Yeah.
And we would ask dad for $20. He would say yes.
Really?
And we would go walk to McDonald's and like just like get McDonald's, and we did that all the time. It was like our thing.
Oh my God, it was like pulling teeth getting money from dad. See, this is the thing, was as the first child, they're always more strict with me than with the second kid, because getting money was so hard.
Really?
Yeah. Even when I wanted, like, if I wanted to buy cookies at school, like from the calf, like at Rennie.
Really?
And it was like $5. And it was like, no, like, what are you doing to get $5?
Oh, crap. I didn't know that they were like that with you. I thought they were very lenient with you.
Daddy was more lenient for sure than mom with like that kind of stuff. Maybe my memory's wrong. Maybe literally they're going to listen to this and be like, Alex, we give you so much money. What are you talking about? But in my memory,
to be honest, they for sure gave you a lot more money than you're realizing.
Probably. Well, they also paid for my life.
I don't think mom gave me money ever. It was dad. That I could remember, but I would never ask mom. I would only ask dad because I knew he would say yes. But like, I remember, like, it was like the easiest thing too. Like, I'd be like, Dad, yeah, can I have $20? Yeah, sure. Where is it? In my wallet.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's not like how it was for me. I could be certain of that, because that was not like that for me at all.
Yeah, I don't really remember, like, but I don't think I ever asked mom, so like, I don't know.
Do you remember the point system we had?
Oh my God, yes.
We had a point system as kids, like under the age of 10. It was a system, which is actually kind of smart. And it was like, when you do certain tasks, you would get a certain amount of points for them. So like, I don't know, cleaning my room was like 5 points or something like that. Getting, working hard, doing my homework would be like a point or 2 points or something.
Yeah.
And once we got to 100 points, we'd be able to get something from Toys R Us for like $10.
Yeah.
And so it was like motivation for us to do good things.
That's so smart. And it was fun.
I loved it.
Because I remember I would get competitive with you. Like, if I saw that you had more points than me, I was like, well, I have to beat her or like catch up to her. And I remember when I'd go and clean my room, my whole strategy was I would just pick up everything off my floor and throw it in my closet. Thinking mom wouldn't go open my closet and just see everything like there.
It's so funny how different we were growing up.
I know.
Like, we were raised in the same house with the same parents, the
like,
same way.
you always loved doing laundry.
I loved to clean and be tidy. I would iron my sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really liked really clean bed linens. It was so comfy for me.
Yeah, I didn't like doing laundry. I never thought it was therapeutic. Now I do.
Yeah.
But I also live on my own now, so I have no choice but to do laundry.
Right.
But
I also like dishes. I like doing the dishes.
Like,
people hate doing the dishes.
Like, actually washing them?
Either putting them in the dishwasher, taking them out of the dishwasher, washing them by hand, drying them. Like, I enjoy doing it. And I think it's because, like, if I'm with my son a lot, it's like a break from that. Okay. But I kind of always like doing it, so maybe it's not that. I don't know. I just feel like if I'm like even at mom and dad's, I'm like, do you want me to do the dishes for you? It gives me like a little break.
Like, you're very maternal. Is that the word, maternal?
I don't know.
I feel like that's the wrong word. But like, you're very like, yeah, you're just like tidy and like good at being like.
But it's so funny because Dan thinks I'm such a messy person.
I think Dan is tidy in like his own way.
Dan is clean. That's the thing, is that I like to tidy. Dan likes to clean.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind cleaning. I'm not opposed to it. But like, I like to pick up the mess that's around, clean the dishes, do the laundry, whatever. Dan's like getting into the nitty gritty, like vacuuming, cleaning the floors.
He's like very militant. Is that a word? militant. He's like military in the sense of like being very like perfection.
Yeah, he likes clean and things tucked in corners and in their place.
And like you will tidy up when you want, but then you'll also be the type of person where you could eat food on the couch and then leave your plate on the coffee table with like a dirty Q-tip beside it.
Yeah, literally. That's like describing my life. But also, Kai, like I could also live in a mess. Like it does not bother me. I find my brain more cluttered when there's like clutter and a mess, but it doesn't affect me like to the point where I'm like going crazy.
You see, that's so interesting because the older I got, like now in my life, when things are a mess, I can't go to sleep if there's shit everywhere.
Interesting.
And like everything has to be clean. I vacuum like as much as I can. Now sometimes it looks like I don't vacuum, but like I actually do. It's just that with Nika, like first of all, this cat, I had to go put my Christmas tree because I keep it like even when it's not Christmas time. Keeps eating it and then throwing up the leaves. So I had to hide it from him.
Baby.
But I'm not a clean person like Dan. I'm tidy.
Yeah, like
but
me.
I'll be clean with certain things. So like countertops can't be sticky.
Oh yeah.
There can't be any like stains or anything.
Yeah,
like
I'm the same.
I need to vacuum.
I do like vacuuming. I do like countertops clean. I don't like need to clean the vents 24/7.
No,
I don't need to clean the baseboards 24/7. Like there's certain things that like I just don't care. Like if there's smudge on my mirror, I'm like whatever. Like it's
like there's a little bit of smudge on my mirror. I noticed it and I was like, it's kind of bothering me, but like not to an extent where I need to go up and like clean it right now this second. I did recently deep clean my bathroom though, and I was really proud of myself because it was something that I was putting off for a really long time because it kind of grosses me out.
Yeah.
And I was having someone over and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use this as motivation to deep clean my bathroom and just tell myself I have to do this because I'm inviting someone over and I want them to think that my place is super clean and tidy. So I literally like practically took apart my toilet bowl.
Like Dan.
Scrubbed it all. The bathtub, scrubbed it all. My shower, scrubbed it like to perfection. There's obviously certain things about the bathroom that like the bottom of the shower, like where the doors open and close. Because it's like an older shower, it's like I can't like it's gonna look a little bit dirty still, but like it's very, very clean. And then like now every time I go in my bathroom, I'm like, okay, I'm like happier.
I was gonna say it looks super clean.
Yeah.
Was that a while ago or was it recently?
It was not this past weekend, the weekend before.
Okay, so pretty recent.
Yeah.
I find that cleaning is very therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
Like if I have the time, usually when my son naps is like the time where I like to do like a little reset. So I'll tidy up the house, I'll spray down the countertops, I'll usually vacuum, like do the laundry, whatever it is, and I'll listen to a podcast or an audiobook, whatever I'm doing. And it just like really helps to clear my mind.
Yeah.
So I love that like little break in the middle of the day, either if I'm working in the morning or if I'm with Arkham, and then I get that break to like do all of that. It's so nice to have that time. And then I sit and I light a candle and it's like it smells nice. I'm like, I really understand why people like things clean.
Yeah.
And it feels good when you do it yourself.
I actually washed like all of my pillowcases, my bed sheets, my duvet, everything the other night. So when you were saying you love the feeling of getting into bed with like clean bed sheets,
good.
I love that. And it smelled so good.
It's so good.
I passed out right away like a baby because like the smell, it's like this fresh vanilla like clean laundry scent, and like everything was so soft and just felt so good.
I love that. I wash my sheets once a week, but I mean you also
I wash my pillowcases, like I rotate them every week,
but you
so, like they're constantly
you
clean.
live alone.
Yeah,
I live with a man who is so sweaty when he sleeps. Like I would wash my sheets every day if I like had the patience for it.
Oh my god, ew.
I know, sorry to throw you under the bus, Dan, but like bruh, I mean there's nothing
a lot of people
he
though,
can't
that sweat
do anything about it. It's just like he is just like that. I'm freezing. I actually have a heating pad now, Kai, for my feet. It is
oh my god,
changer.
I was gonna say genius, but I was it came out as, oh my God, ginger.
Ginger. No, so basically what I do is it's a tiny little pad. It's actually meant to be for like your stomach or your lower back if you're having like period cramps or if you're whatever in pain.
So I was planning on getting one for cramps.
So Kai, I'm going to send you the link for the one I have. It's just a simple pad. You plug it into the wall. So I have it like I put it on and I think the timer is for like 2 hours and I just put it at like a low level, but I put it at where my feet are in bed because my feet are always cold.
Yeah.
And even though I sleep with socks, I know a lot of people make fun of me, but like I sleep with socks. I put cream on at night with socks on. So it like absorbs the moisture. But I put my feet on the heating pad and I get into like the cozy bed with my pillow and my blanket. And I just feel so warm and so comfortable. And because my feet are always freezing, now with the heating pad, it's like I instantly fall asleep with my like little magnesium spray. Or lavender spray, whatever it
is.
my lavender spray and my magnesium
that
powder.
Sounds amazing. I need to do that.
It's so comforting.
So wait, do you and Dan have a king size bed?
Yes.
Is it like big enough for the two of you? Like,
yeah.
Like in the sense like both of you don't like move a lot in your sleep or like need a lot of room?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really move much in my sleep other than like if I turn over from one side to the other. Dan isn't like, he probably moves more than I do, but he's not like, coming on my side. Like he's always on his side. We're not the type to like want to cuddle to fall asleep.
I hate that.
We're not like that, especially because he's so sweaty. I'm like, go away. But, and also he like gets hot if I'm like close to him. And then it's like even more uncomfortable. Yeah. The only time we'll cuddle is if I'm like freezing cold. And he's like, okay, like, let me give you some of my heat. And it's like for 30 seconds. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then I like roll back over. But it's a good size. Why?
Because I have a king size bed to myself. And
that's a king?
Yeah.
Dang.
And sometimes I'm like, when I have to share a bed with someone, am I going to be able to do it?
Yeah, you will.
It's actually like a little bit of an insecurity of mine where I'm like, not insecurity,
but you have shared beds with like ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, but like that's when I was used to being in a relationship, whereas like now I've been single for so long.
Yeah, but you just get used to it again, like how you used to be back then. But I know that is one of the main concerns with my friends that are single. Yeah, is like they like their alone time a lot. But what I do have to say is I think it is really important when you're in a relationship to have your own hobbies and your own times to be alone, because then you value being together so much more.
Yeah.
So like I have a lot of alone time throughout the day, and so does Dan. So that when we come together at night, it's actually nice. And there are times, I'm not going to lie, there are times where like if I'm not feeling good or if Dan has to wake up super early in the morning, we'll sleep in separate rooms. Like now we don't have a guest room, so I'll sleep on the couch because my couch is a freaking dream couch. It's so comfortable. I put the fireplace on, the dogs snuggle at my feet. It's like extremely comfortable. I love it. So I have no problem at all sleeping on the couch. I don't like to make that a habit. There are times where I'll like fall asleep at night watching a movie with Dan and he just like lets me sleep because he knows that if he wakes me up, I'll like be up. But typically like we'll share the same bed. But it's not uncommon for people to like need space.
Yeah, because like I think like even sometimes I'll have a sleepover with like a friend, let's say, and like I remember there was one time where my friend was like, I think like, is it okay if I sleep on your couch tonight? And my couch is really comfortable because like I'm getting over a cold and like I might cough a lot during the night. Okay. I don't want to be annoying. And I was like, yeah, of course, no problem. And like in my head I was like, fuck, thank God I get honestly, the bed to myself.
I love to sleep on the couch. I know people find that such a weird thing, but even when I go to mom and dad's house and I have to sleep there, I'm like, I don't mind sleeping on the couch. And mom's like, we have a bed upstairs. I'm like, I really actually enjoy it, especially if the fire's going and like there's a show on, and I just find it really relaxing. I don't know why. And even when I go visit my friend eventually in the summer, I told her, I'm like, I have no problem sleeping on your couch. Like, I know you like your space in your bed, but I am not the kind of person that needs to share a bed. Like, I like sleeping on the couch. Yeah. And she's like, oh, okay, that's actually really nice.
Yeah,
I would sleep on this couch. This is so comfy.
Yeah, this couch is really comfy, and then I have the fireplace right there.
Yeah, like I would totally sleep on this couch.
Yeah,
I mean, so
actually,
good.
Like, there was one time I was having like really bad cramps, and I got up from my bed to go take a Tylenol, My cramps were so bad I almost fainted.
Jeez.
And I couldn't, like, I took the Tylenol and I couldn't walk back to my room, so I had to come to the couch. I had no, like, other option. And when I tell you, I was dripping sweat because of the pain. And that was the only time I ever slept on my couch. But I remember, like, the second my head hit the pillow and I was, like, laying on this couch, I passed out again.
Okay, I don't
So
know. I'm not a doctor, obviously, but someone did tell me that if your cramps are that painful to the point where they're unbearable, it's like you should see a doctor.
That's happened to me
just that one time.
Only
okay.
time in my entire life. But even at that, it's a little like, why did that happen?
Okay, so in our 20s when we would have I wouldn't really have that many sleepovers. It would be more like if we went on a night out and then my friend would come over and like pass out in my bed. It wasn't like, come over for a sleepover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We would get together.
I would still do that when I got a little bit older with my friends.
Really?
Yeah, I would literally plan sleepovers with them and we'd have like girls' nights, watch movies.
We would do girls' nights, but we wouldn't plan sleepovers.
So something that I did with one of my girlfriends was we were both like, this was when we were in university, and so we were sitting down in front of our computers a lot, and our posture was really bad, and so our backs were always hurting us, and we would have sleepovers all the time. But my friend would be like, if you give me like a 10-minute back massage, I'll give you a 10-minute back massage. And we would literally, like, we made it a thing where, and we would like give good back massages with like cream and like really dig in like where the knots were to like release all the tension.
So good.
And we would get together, watch movies, eat junk food, back massages, and go to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't like when he licked me.
Yeah, because his tongue is really rough. It's like sandpaper.
Do you know what it looks like when you zoom up?
Yeah.
Ew.
It looks like razors.
Yeah. Gross.
I know. It actually kind of gives me that feeling of like the trypophobia.
Yeah. Ugh. Don't show me a photo of it.
No, I just want to look it up really quick. I'm not going to show you.
Okay. We had girls' nights. I remember Catherine and I were obsessed with scratching each other's arms. So like when we were lifeguards together, we would sit on chair. Like if there was one person in the pool, we'd sit on like chair together and like scratch each other's arms. Cause like this feels so good. Like if I would just put my arm like that and she would just like scratch it like that.
Yeah.
If you're not watching on YouTube, I'm basically scratching my forearm in like a gentle motion. And then we would do it to each other and it just felt so good. And do you remember as swimmers, Kai, when we do the train of like putting your fingers behind like the straps of the bathing suits?
That felt so good.
That was so, we would literally do a train of people would sit behind each other and like literally just go under the straps of our bathing suits because we'd be in our suits all day and like
they were really tight.
Yeah, and it was so tight and then we would do like 5 minutes and then the person who was in front who wasn't doing anything would go eventually to the back and like it would be like a train.
Yeah.
We would go like that. Oh, that was the best.
Best thing ever. I loved that.
I actually have not had a sleepover with a girl since entering my 30s because when I turned 30 it was COVID. So we were in quarantine for so long. I have not had.
Yeah, you have.
Who?
With me. Like we've stayed at the Ritz together. We went away
different.
together to like Bel Air.
That's a little different, I feel like.
You're talking about like specifically with your friends.
Yeah, like a sleepover. Like you come over to my house for a sleepover. Or I go to your house for a sleepover.
Oh.
Like a trip, I guess it kind of counts, but it's like what we used to have.
Yeah, I know what you mean though.
You know? I feel like we should plan like a little girls' night or something.
Yeah.
Or bring sleeping bags.
Yeah, I think we should be with Kat soon.
That'd be so cute.
At my place.
And then like, I have a foot cramp.
And my leg.
Oh my God.
Hip,
it hurts so bad.
my hip is like in so much pain. We're so old.
No, we're not. Everyone always says the 30s are like the best decade.
Really?
Everyone say
the best decade.
Did I say it like that? The best decade. Devonshire cream.
The creamiest cream.
When people don't get our inside jokes. Oh my God, Kyla, I literally found on Facebook. Okay, so I never go on Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
But Dan was like, do you realize Facebook gives you these memories? And I was like, oh my gosh. And then Kat sent us that memory the other day.
Yeah.
So I went on my Facebook and this video popped up from like 2009 or something. I'd made a compilation of like a bunch of videos I'd filmed on my digital camera and also compiled it with videos that we had taken on my MacBook, my old MacBook, like the white one, you know? And there was this one video that I put in and you were laughing, but you had braces, but only on the side. Why did you only have braces on the side?
So basically, To be honest, now that I think of it, I don't know. But I remember convincing the ortho to take off my front braces because I hated them.
What do you mean you convinced him?
Like,
he's a doctor.
Well, like I basically was like, my teeth in the front are straight. Like, I don't want them anymore. I have my school pictures coming up. Like, just take them off. And he was like, okay, like, I'm just gonna keep them in the back for like your overbite, so you can also like, you know, put the elastics and whatever.
Because you were laughing in the video, because that's when we filmed that like.
Could you find it?
Well, it has music playing over it.
I still want to see it.
Yeah, I'll show you after.
I need to see this video.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like with a song over it, and it's just a compilation of a bunch of things like from my life.
Did I look like so young?
We both looked young. It's when I had my super bleach blonde hair.
Oh my god, I remember that phase, and your eyebrows were like super thin.
Did I even have eyebrows? Like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
I remember.
What?
I remember when you used to get ready to go out clubbing, and your hair was like super bleached blonde, and it wasn't able to grow.
Yeah, because it was
and
so
I remember
dead.
I would always want to like sit in the bathroom while you were getting ready, and I would watch you get ready, and you'd be like curling your hair, and it was always so satisfying watching like the curls just like stick.
And like, how dead my hair was.
And then like you do your makeup, and I remember you did my makeup a few times when I went out clubbing, and it looked so bad.
The best is I learned how to do makeup through YouTube. It was Michelle Fawn, Juicy Star 07, and Miss Glamorazzi.
Oh my god!
I used to watch their videos to learn how to do makeup.
I remember you did my makeup one time, and it was like
Kyla,
a literal porn star.
Okay,
like the eyeshadow was like.
I remember this one look. It was like pink eyeshadow over the whole lid, and then I learned how to do like the outer corners was like a purple.
Okay.
And it was like I did a little wing, and then I still think I have the products too. And I had a specific MAC lipstick and lip liner and blush. And I don't think I even wore foundation, because I don't think foundation was like a thing, or it was like the Maybelline like powder foundation from that like.
I remember foundation was a thing, but it was like drugstore foundations. Like you couldn't really buy good foundations.
No, Sephora didn't exist, or if it did, not where we lived.
Yeah.
So it was MAC, which was so expensive, or drugstore, like the Fit Me foundation.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes. I had that.
We'd have the line.
The Maybelline, like the mousse.
Oh yes, the mousse.
And I was orange, Alex.
We all were. It's fine. I literally look back at photos, and I should insert some, but they're so bad. Like early 2000s. No, actually, it was a bit later. It was like, is that early 2000s? Like 2006, 2007.
And we didn't fill our eyebrows in.
No, and I didn't even have eyebrows.
First time I filled my eyebrows in, I was like,
and I would do this. Do you remember that?
Oh my god, why would you do the gun?
Because Christina and Steph used to do it in all their pictures, and I wanted to be like them.
Why did they do it?
I don't know. A lot of their pictures would be like, and people used to make fun of me.
Really?
Yeah, guys, they would like make fun of me
for doing the gun.
Yeah, they'd be like, "It's Alex and Tomo."
Wait, though, were they like flirting with you though?
No.
And you just took it as them?
I mean, maybe. I'm so bad at reading that stuff, but they were pretty mean, so probably not.
Okay. What? Is that when? But I remember you doing this pose when you were like hot and guys were like obsessed with you.
They still made fun of me.
Yeah, that's because they like had a crush on you probably.
Maybe. I was so bad at reading that kind of stuff. I was so oblivious. Like I remember one time walking down the hallway during Cégep with one of my guy friends, and he was like kind of annoyed, and he's like, everyone keeps staring at you, and I'm like, that's so embarrassing. Like, and I remember thinking like, is there something wrong? Like I have a pimple or whatever, and he was like, no, it's because you're hot. I was like, oh.
Like, oh, I'm so used to like being bullied.
No,
like,
literally, I was not used to attention like that. So yeah, that was like, I just didn't know how to, I guess, deal with it. Like I didn't know how to react to it, and I wasn't like aware of it. I was so dans la lune.
Yeah, like I remember when I started getting attention, I was like genuinely so confused. Like I would get a lot of attention from guys, and I was just like, I didn't understand, because like I would look at myself and be like, I'm so ugly.
I know. Ugh, it's so sad. We definitely, like, I had no confidence in myself at all. I just wasn't used to it. Like my whole elementary school time, boys never had crushes on me. Even all of high school, like guys did not like me. So when I came to like grade 11,
that you know of,
Well, yeah, they never made it obvious.
Yeah.
And even in grade 11, when I like went through puberty and everything, and then I was getting attention from guys, I like didn't know how to handle it, and I was like, this is kind of weird. That's why I'm so grateful that I had like my girlfriends to talk to about that kind of stuff. Like it was so nice to have a good group of girlfriends. I didn't really have any at school, to be honest, because I was in a sports program and like we all really cared about our sports, but like I had my swimming friends.
Yeah.
Like my swimming girlfriends who I still talk to now. Actually, one of my friends, she wasn't technically a swimming friend, we met afterwards, but through lifeguard community. My best friend Catherine, she's getting married, and she has her bridal shower coming up soon, and there's going to be some of like our old friends there.
Yeah.
That we were super close at one point. Obviously everyone is like has different lives now, and some don't live close anymore, but it's going to be nice to see everyone and like hang out.
That is going to be fun. That's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic.
Yeah, and it's like cool to catch up and see how everyone's doing, and he's so cute. And the 30s, I feel like we should do more girl stuff.
Yeah, I feel like 30s is the new 20s. And
yes, that's what everyone says.
To be honest, I like being in my 30s.
Me too.
A lot. I feel a lot more in control of my life.
Mm-hmm.
My confidence. I mean, listen, I just turned 30 this year, so it's not like the second I turned 30.
2 months. Like she turned 30 in December. It's literally
and all of a
March.
sudden it was like a switch, like.
Oh, I'm 30. Actually, it does happen to people. They all of a sudden like get this confidence.
Did you see like what just happened to me? a switch flicked.
What?
That's what I was gonna say, and I like literally mid sentence I just stopped and I was like a deer in the headlights.
It's gonna be funny when I watch back this video. Have you ever seen on TikTok, Kai, those videos of like girls' nights where they get together and they like dress super cute? They have like a theme, and they'll either do like they'll do like a vision board night, or they'll do like a making pizza night. Or yeah, what?
I want to do the charcuterie board night
where everyone brings a different charcuterie
yeah.
board. Let's do it. And we should
do it.
Let's
fucking do it.
You know what we should do? We should go do a pottery class together.
So down.
I would love to do that.
I'm so
Or even
down.
when you go paint.
Yeah. You know what? There's a painting class I'm pretty sure that you could take somewhere in Montreal where you paint and you have like a few drinks with your girlfriends.
Oh, why not? Yeah.
So fun. I want to do that. And I want you to meet my new friend.
Okay.
She's really nice and you'd get along with her really well.
Nika, I love you. Okay, well, I think we should end the podcast here.
I have a huge headache.
Oh, that sucks.
Thank you for listening.
And thank you for Belleza for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to enter the giveaway down below. And as always, thank you for joining in our girl chats. I think our next episode is going to be fun. We're going to have you guys write in and have some crazy stories. So yes. It's going to be a good one. And we'll talk to you guys all next week.
Bye.
Bye.